Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we defeated Aralum the Red Dragon and have reacquired the Fire Crystal. See, I told you I could do it faster this time. Only took 4 episodes instead of 6. Now then, first things first, since we're done at Janus the Temple, I should probably go ahead and put Delrath back in the front row. And we are going to go ahead and pay a visit to Smurge over here in the forest cave. Smurge, Iggy the Goblin, and Ish the Big Bat are sitting at their table playing cards. Ish has a big pile of coins in front of him, while Smurge and Iggy's winnings are considerably smaller. You know, I would say that Ish has more winnings because he is using sonar to cheat, but I don't know if sonar would reveal what is on everyone's cards. Smurge win this time, says the big orc as he shuffles the cards. I don't know, says Iggy. Ish seems to be on a roll. Ish grins, looking pleased with himself. Smurge win, says the orc, nodding confidently. Hey Smurge, how's it going, bud? Looks like your luck hasn't been all that good lately. Smurge sees the group and waves. Hey friends! Ish win a lot, but Smurge gonna win it back. That's the smear, Smurge. It's just a friendly game after all, right? Smurge nods. Right. Smurge still gonna win, though. How would you go in Tall Tower? We're finally making progress. Our next stop is the Ralba Mines. Smurge's orcus brows raise. Tunnels in Big Ravine? He looks over at his goblin friend. Iggy, tell friends what you find out. Iggy nods. I was asking round about these dragons you're having trouble with. Oh my gosh, we got an accent. I was asking round about these dragons you're having trouble with. My pal Ogmog told me that Shalom the Green Dragon's been hanging out in the lower mine levels. Ogmog says there's lots of oozes, mantises, and trolls down there. Iggy continues helpfully. Water creatures, grins. This ought to be fun. Blinks. Okay, I think I'll sit out this leg of the journey. I'll be, hanging out right here with my good pal Smurge. It's kind of funny to think Fibs was initially scared of Smurge, but now they're good pals. No, you won't. I need your help, Fibs. Taps Fibs on the shoulder. Don't worry, bud. If you get killed, I'll attend your funeral. How reassuring. Grins. Hey, that's what friends are for. Don't mention it, bud. Fibs, you should hide him back when we start getting deep in the mines. Let's remember that. Thanks for your help, Iggy. And thank you too, Smurge. Iggy nods. Any friendo Smurge is a friendo mine. Best of luck to yas. We'll be back after we dish out some smackdown on Shalom. Smurge winces slightly. Smurge almost feels sorry for him. By the way, while we are revisiting Smurge and Delrath, I don't think that we will be revisiting Aralum. The temple is a lot longer than this cave, so He would be a bit out of the way if we had any reason to revisit him, so we don't. Though I should actually double-check that. It would be easy enough to double-check that. I'll go ahead and double-check that after I save. Alright, here is the layout editor for Janus the Temple. We're on the 6th floor, where Aralum is found. Here is the event that triggers the encounter with Aralum, and there's only one page of code, so there's not going to be any further encounters with him if we were to come back later. Just to be sure here, let's see here. Yep, here's where we meet Aralum, the battle with Aralum. This turns off the encounter with Aralum after we finish talking to him. Get the fire crystal and other stuff. And apparently there is a sequence for when you get a game over in this game. At some point I'm going to have to lose on purpose just to see what that is like. Incidentally, it's entirely possible to load up my save in playtest and proceed from there. It would provide a couple of options for me. I won't actually play the rest of the game like this, but just to demonstrate it. Our running speed is greatly increased in playtest. And additionally, when you are test playing, invisible events have a question mark. So, if I really wanted to find out where all those invisible encounters are, this would be how I can see them. I don't think there's any other benefits. Well, there is kind of one. It allows me to open a debug menu during battle. From there, I can choose to instantly win or lose a fight. So, if you wanted to cheat, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and play on the regular mode though. And we will see how Delrath is doing here. Delrath is sitting at a table on the front lawn, sipping at a cup of coffee. How big is the cup, I wonder? Nearby, a mean-looking golem is sitting at another table, casually perusing a copy of Dragonlands Today. Delrath sees the group and waves. Welcome! Our Bagels shop is now open! Higgins is inside serving some goblins as we speak. The place looks great, Delrath. I'm glad you and Higgins were able to fix it up. Higgins is a great guy, says Delrath. This is gonna be a nice joint venture. We have a great assortment of bagels, coffee, and even the daily paper. I do not think we can actually buy a daily paper. I noticed. And there's a mean monster reading it! Fearfully watches the golem. Yeah, I can see why you are kind of, afraid. Looks up from his paper. I'm not mean. I'm just mean-looking. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, best not to actually judge a book by its cover, as we have learned more than once on this adventure. It's okay. I get that a lot. I do play a mean game of chess, though. Delrath blinks. You play chess? I never knew that. I love chess! Next time I stop by, I'll bring along my chess set. That sounds great, says Delrath. He turns to the group. This is my buddy Nindor. He helped us out with purchasing goods for the shop. He knows some great suppliers. Nindor, Lord of the Pits, nods in greeting. Well, I used to be anyway. I'm retired. Used to work for Lord Grimm. Links. The Lord Grimm? The necromancer from the far east who conquered the land of Dunzar long ago? The one and only. Wow! I read that Lord Grimm amassed a huge army of undead and beasts, and they marched on the land of Dunzar a long time ago. Yep, I was there. Unfortunately, we lost that battle. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, we lost every battle. Every time Lord Grimm amassed an army, a band of goody-goodies would come along, swath their way through his army, and defeat him. Grimm got tired of trying to take over the world and always losing. He must have tried, 4 or 5 times. He gave up on it and retired. Last I heard, he opened up a blues bar in Tarkinville. A shame that's not going to be a place that we get to visit. Also, more villains need to learn, like Grimm did. Like Bowser and Dr. Wily. How many attempts are they up to right now? Oh, and don't forget Robotnik. Heh. If you can't beat them, join them. Yep. I think it was all for the best. Life has been much better since I moved to the Dragonlands. Delrath nods. Who wants to rule the world anyway? It's a bunch of hooligans, morons, and bratty punks out there. This bagel shop is going to be a lot nicer than hanging out in the ruins with all those hooligans. I'm happy for you, Delrath. We'll be sure to have a look at the shop and get some bagels. Thanks, little lady, says Delrath with a fond smile. Your business is much appreciated. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, I noticed this while I was editing the battle with Delrath. I never noticed this before, but Delrath has a second set of teeth behind his upper teeth. I guess his upper jaw grew out so much that he grew a second set to make up for it. He also has hooves, which is something that I think I already knew about, but well, I can definitely relate to having hooves now. Alright, so this is about to be kind of interesting. I knew there was a shopkeeper in here, but I forgot it was Higgins. More importantly, I forgot that Higgins was an actual character and not just a shop NPC. So, what do we got here? Let's go ahead and select Jareth. Jareth has the most room to buy stuff. We got a raspberry bagel, cinnamon, chocolate chip, wheat, pizza bagel, tarantula bagel, rat tail bagel, and coffee. I'm gonna look at each of these. So, first up is the raspberry bagel. Sold at Delrath's Bagel Shop. Oh, please don't tell me that these are all gonna have that as a description. They are. Aww. Well, 5 HP, 5 HP, 5 HP, 10 HP, so the wheat bagel actually ain't bad. 10 HP for the pizza bagel. I'll probably have the wheat bagel myself. I don't know what they're putting on the pizza bagel. It might have pork on it. Tarantula bagel, that I know what they're putting on it. It's only 5 HP, so not gonna want that. rat tail bagel is 5 HP, and the coffee is 5 MP. So the coffee is MP, and the wheat bagel is 10 HP. What were the prices of those? The coffee is only 3 gold, and the wheat bagel is 5. I think that's about the same price as the HP and MP healing items back in town. I'll have to check when we get back there. For now, load state. Cause those heal such a small amount for this point. Not sure it's worth spending money on them. But still kinda fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and make our way back to Lekunder now. And the first thing I'm going to do while I'm here is actually head into the tavern and compare prices before I can forget them. So, the wheat bagel heals 10 HP and costs 5 gold. The ale heals 10 HP and costs 4 gold. Meanwhile, the coffee costs 3 gold to heal 5 MP, and so does the flippa juice. So, cost-wise, the coffee is the same as the flippa juice, but it's cheaper to stick with the ale instead of the wheat bagel. So the bagels are kind of premium items. While I'm here, what's up with you? Anything new? How's your quest going? It's just awful what those dragons did, and kidnapping poor Elandra to boot. That poor girl must be frightened to death. Kinda think of it. We really don't know what sort of situation she is in, being held up in that cliffside cavern, do we? Anyway, I can say with absolute certainty this time that the woman in here is going to have something new to say. I saw a huge monster! Big guy with a scorpion tail. Saw him out near the old abandoned tavern. He looked right at me, and he just smiled and waved. Wonder what that's all about. For the record, this is my favorite NPC in town. It's rumored that a wizard named Drakon lives in the Dragonlands. When the people fled north from the monsters, he stayed behind. I feel like you have told us that before, but good to have a reminder of that, just in case. I sure am glad that Borum and Jads are defending the town from monsters. They're a pair of brave fellas, they are. Well, that makes me wonder, do they have anything new to say? I doubt it. Oh, sure enough, they actually do. Delrath and his friends helped us fight off some monsters earlier. I sure am glad they're here. Those monsters put up a tough fight. Delrath and the others from the battle tent. You got one of the crystals back? It's about time. How long is it gonna take to get the rest of them? Do I want to say on camera? I'm not sure I want to say on camera. For the record, it seems that the training tent people don't have anything new to say. That is forever going to be a tutorial tent. Okay, next I think I want to go ahead and deliver these treasures that I have found. Before I forget again. Hey, that's a nice tapestry you found. Fine craftsmanship. I'll give you 100 gold for it. Yes. Great. Here's 100 gold. Whoa, you found a silver chalice? Very nice. I'll take it for 200 gold. That is very nice. Wow, that's a really nice gold candelabra. I definitely want that. I'll pay 500 gold. I'll definitely let you have it. keep your eyes open for treasures, etc. Now I am really loaded. Oh, I'm definitely going to be gearing up before we go to the next dungeon. Anyway, next up on my to-do list would be visiting Thurlum and King Randolph King, but we're about out of time, so I will save that for next time. Although first, next time, I want to visit that misty cave that we found the key for. So we'll be doing those things next time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Oink!